Button. Why am I hitting the intro button? There we go. It's capturing everything. Yep, I wanted to capture cursor because we want cursor for this. Okay, yeah, that should all be good. Anyways, welcome to Tiny Rogues. If you have not seen it, you'll pick up on all of it pretty quickly. So you've got character selection with everyone having different stats, more or less, and mostly it's their unique passive that you want to pay attention to. But you've got 3 different stats that dictate different things. They all have different starting equipment. Then you've got Doppelganger that's random every single day. I don't know why they made him random every single day. Aside from maybe that just made it a little bit easier for coding. It's interesting. You also get a meta currency for specific upgrades and unlocks and stuff. I've already done all that, so I'm just sitting on infinite amounts of money, more or less. But I don't know what the Doppelganger is today, so what is he? What are you today? You're Wanderer. Wait, no, I did know what you were today. Yeah, I just played... I did play this. What am I talking about? Oh, right, because I played it like at 1 in the morning today. That's what it was. Anyways. So, all combat basically consists down to throwing a weapon, dodging, keeping your health up, paying attention to your passive, which for Wanderer is he'll wander, hilariously enough, into more event shop, blacksmith, and tavern rooms. Every single room you've got a choice of 1 or 2 rewards. You've got stat buffs, which honestly I'm going to go for, and then you get into combat. Take those. And then essentially what it is every single stat dictates how well you do with certain weapons. Like you will look at this, and you've got E strength and D dex scaling, so you get different stat buffs depending on what you use. And then, actually, there has been a slight change to proficiencies just a little while ago, where stats now matter for different things a little bit more. Because what it used to be, it was just your scaling. And every 10 of a stat gave you a specific buff. Like, strength would give you 1 extra heart, dex was stamina points, and intelligence was a mana star. What do we got here anyways? Give and take is nice. I'll take that. But, that was it. Like, you just get 10 in a stat, and every 10 increments you'd get, 1 extra of the different things. However, now he made it where every single one you pick up is 0.5 to a specific stat. I think strength is 0.5% to your strength. Yeah, so I have 1% more in all my strength. Dexterity is every single point is 0.5 more attack speed. And intelligence is 0.5 more crit, so you've got a little more, you're encouraged a little more to actually spread out your stats, rather than just going hard on one. Which was definitely a problem to begin with, but hilariously enough, depending on a run we get later, you might see what the issue is. Let's just say that, one specific weapon type is a little more busted than the rest. I guess I'll go for an accessory since I don't have one, and I really don't need a lot of money. But yeah, the first floor or 2 is really, really simple, so it's not needlessly difficult. Actually feel like turning that up just a tiny bit. There we go, a little chunkier. Hey, attack speed. I do like my attack speed. Ooh, intelligence. So the way it also works is every single, I think it's 5? Yeah, every single 5 stat booster you get you get a level up, and the level up essentially lets you pick a passive. The passives you have access to are determined basically by the... Yeah, it says even here. Yeah, it's affected by your scores, essentially. So the more of a specific stat you have, the more of that specific stat's abilities you'll see. And to be honest, I kind of like certain ones from Intelligence, and I would love to have them. What's the event here again? Hey, it's a Ranger buff. That's nice. So I just passively have 5 more... You know... I have now 5 more decks. It's kind of nice. I will actually take 20% chance to trigger a No, wait. 2 more stamina would be 10% more damage, technically. But Ballistics is a lot of fun. I'm taking Ballistics. Ballistics is a whole lot of fun. It's 20% chance to basically double fire. So long as the weapon itself is a range type. Don't believe it works with... Refire with a range attack. Yeah, it's specifically ranged. Oh wait, that's deck of cards can be that. You take damage for that! I didn't know that! I never accidentally walked underneath that. Okay, I like actually deck of cards. Deck of cards is really good. So deck of cards is a rather unique little weapon where it has 3 different fire modes, depending on your needs. So I think blue is slower but actually tracks. Red, medium speed but explodes, and then yellow is very fast. So I kind of prefer going blue most of the time, unless I need to swap over to like red. Yellow's okay, but it's not usually necessary. They can make short work of certain bosses, but that's about it. Alright. So we just got a really good weapon pretty early on here. It's a ranged weapon, which means it's affected by our refire. That's 30% movement speed? That's cool. That's 10 rooms of extra speed. Go figure in a game like this, yeah, your movement speed is very, very important. Well, I don't really want either one of these. I guess we'll take another accessory, just to see what we get. I don't want another weapon right now. The other nice thing is the throwing cards also gets affected by, as you see in the bottom right there, the bonus damage from magic weapons. So whenever you wield a magic weapon, you have these bonus little magic stars that you can collect through the fight. That's awful. I have never used Phoenix Pendant. It's a free revive, as long as it's equipped, and to be honest, if you need it, you're not doing very well to begin with. But so long as these stars are filled, you have bonus damage. And as I stated earlier, reminder that Intelligence now confers bonus crit chance. Magic weapons are a little busted right now. It was always my opinion that magic weapons were the strongest set anyways. And now they're just even stronger because they get bonus damage from just having a higher stat. They get bonus damage from their stars, which is also higher stat. And now they have bonus crit on top of that. So the more int you have, the more crit, the more damage you have. It starts to scale a little out of control after a while. Okay, we didn't switch right for this. Need a little bit crowd control. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't. One of these could be, here's a bonus star. Very nice to have. So the events are determined on the floor you're at, and they could be a couple different random things. So we got really lucky on that one. Tavern? I don't really usually care about the tavern at all. But I'll be honest, most of the runs I do, I typically try to go for, I tend to go for magic weapons if I can. They're just really too darn good. Okay. What do we got? I don't really care about infusions or permanent. They're really not worth the effort. More deck scaling could be really good, because considering that's already 21% extra damage. But bonus crit chance. No, just raw damage is good. Raw damage is insanely good. Yeah, I've not even leveled this weapon up yet. It's insanely good. But I will point out, this is actually a problem I have with the game currently, is it really feels like you get essentially carried by having a really good weapon. Yeah, here's the upgrade system. So you find this guy, every 20 gold, you get an upgrade on the weapon. You can go up to 3. It just makes the weapon better. You can also repair armor if you have any, but I don't have any. But currently, with the way how the game is designed, is essentially like, if you've got a really powerful weapon, you're gonna absolutely trounce the game. The issue bearing on that is when you don't have a good weapon, it feels like a slog. So I would honestly say that because it could be, despite how good your stats are, if you just have a bad weapon, you're screwed. Nah, we're just gonna do a normal run. So there's a way to go like a secret run, but I don't feel like doing it. I feel like it adds too much nuance to the run. The final boss is just a nuisance. But it's like, if I didn't have this, you know, for comparison, I'd still have the boomerang, which is not terrible for what we have a setup for, but it doesn't nearly compare. So it's like, my run isn't good because I'm good, my run is good because I have an insanely good weapon. And it doesn't quite leave you with a good feeling when you realize it. Because then you could have so many runs of like, well, I just didn't get a good weapon. Like, can I beat the game? Yeah, maybe in like 40 minutes, but it doesn't feel nearly as fun or interesting. We'll take the poison sickles. I'm most likely not going to use them. Are they not affected by 20%? No, they're actually a melee weapon. Okay, that would be why. Save secret run for the next run. I mean, it's really nothing secret yet. He's still adding a lot of content. It's essentially, you do a couple of like extra little fights. You get a thing to fight like the super boss, and the super boss is, in my opinion, not very fun. He's a little too much of an HP sponge, and it's just like, meh. You either, again, like I stated this way, you either needed like an insanely good weapon, or you're dead. I like both of these. Single out is just bonus damage against bosses. Agility is bonus movement speed, which I like, and then my movement speed affects by attack. You know what? I like that. Give me more attack speed. I like moving faster, and I like attacking faster. Okay, we've got an option here. I could go get inherent... You know what? I like inherent max armor more, now that I say it out loud. Just give me this. So I permanently now have 1 armor. It will burn out if I get hit, but I can always repair it. So that's the nice thing about that. Where are we at? I still have 2 more level ups. I could get lucky on something here. Hey, you. And as you're currently saying, yeah, we're just completely trouncing the game, because guess what? Good weapon. Am I good at the game? A little bit, but like, at the same time, just look at this damage output. Yeah, looks like we're going a dex run. I don't think I'm even getting the int for the bonus on this anyways. Yeah, no, not with that much as we're going here. More dex! This is the other issue you run into, is sometimes the game just does not want to give you anything else. I have had runs where I try to build an int build, and it just does not give me intelligence. And it's a little sad. Okay, more +3 dex. This is, hyper-focused and very good. The +3s are supposed to be rather rare, and I already have 25 dex and I'm only at floor 5. Jeez Louise. Okay. So, hilariously enough, this would have been a run to do the secret fight, but oh well. Voodoo Mask. More poison damage? I have done, but thanks, I guess. I mean, sure, I'll just take more stat ups. Ooh! Mana Crystal, I'll take that. I'm boosted by that. That is quite literally 10% more damage if I have that set up right. Am I maxed out right now? I am, so I don't care about going to the blacksmith at all. But this is essentially what the game is. It's dirt cheap. The best way to put it. It's a pretty cheap game. Remember, it's only going like, I think it's only like $5 or something. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, you just do that. It's totally silly. Plus 10 room duration to shrine effects? Eh. I'm not getting good equipment, but I have an insanely good weapon. I don't have a heart for the... Or I don't have a crystal for the heart. What? I don't have a bomb for the heart. Disappointment. I genuinely will take that, because, to be honest... So the way this works, yeah, it's plus 50 bonus damage if they're at far range. Plus 50 damage is not worth it. I would much rather just have more stamina, because every point of stamina is 5% more damage, or, if it's empty, 5% more attack speed. Sure, more dex, and to be honest, I would rather have armor over health. So we're gonna take that. I need bombs. And as you'll notice, I didn't get the immediate effect of the shield I equipped. A lot of equipment has what is called attunement, which essentially means do so many rooms, then this effect will take place. So you can't like swap equipment, so you have extra stats during specific moments. So now we have the extra armor. Considering armor is much easier to refill than health, I would rather have the armor. And if I get lucky, which I don't think is going to happen at this point, one of my last upgrades might be something I really, really want for having all this armor. Is that more range damage? I will take that. Goodbye. You know, in reality, just have all this. I'm never going to use it. I will take the gold at this point. This counts as range, right? Yeah, throwing range, it has magical stat. Okay. I don't need to visit the blacksmith, so we'll take an extra key. Beautiful. I only have the one heart container, so blood chests would just take away my spirit hearts, would I rather keep. Am I a nerd? Obviously. This is a it's free to be a nerd here. Nerd is good. Whoops. Let's see. On attack, throw a grenade that explodes. Has a 2-second cooldown. No, that's okay. More crit hit multiplier? Nah, that's alright. On dash for 0.5 seconds, have a 100% chance to trigger a refire. No, we're gonna reroll that. Hey, there's that +2 stamina. You know what? I'm just kidding. That's the most stamina I think I've ever had on one character. 2, 4, 6... Is that 8? That's 8 stamina. So, when they're filled, that's 40% bonus damage. When they're empty... That's a lot of attack speed. New login cutscene for Destiny 2? Well, I will be playing... I'll most likely be playing that later, so I'll definitely see it. I don't want either of these, so let's reroll that. I'll take the gold, I guess. Yep, still melting bosses. I would prefer to get a couple other pieces of equipment before we get to the final here. Dead. But yeah, there's also really no variation between floors right now. Every floor has 2 bosses, except for the final floor. Whoops. little slow on the draw on that one. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more variation later. Reaper's Toll. Ah, Exportus would be amazing if I had the int for it and we weren't on floor 7. Bad damage? Yeah, really bad damage. Oh. Oh, but it's two-handed, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want that. It's also melee. It is a dex weapon. It's very high dex strength. But yeah, no, not for this character. I have the bombs for this, but I could get intelligence. No, I don't want the heart. There we go. Hey, excellent. So every now and then you could run into different people at the tavern. We have the enchanter who will enchant our weapon. Quick for more attack speed? Yes, please. Aren't you the illegal gun parts guy? Yeah, I don't need those. I don't have a gun. Yeah, goodbye. And we'll drink some beer. So beer is, or tipsy at least, is 10% more damage for every stack you have. You can only have a max of how many red hearts you have, and they wear off over so many turns. But I figured I may as well take them off for now, why not? I don't want to visit the blacksmith for 1 armor. It's not quite worth it. I mean, I have shrine boots. I may as well check out the shrine. Why not? It's 20 rounds. It's 20 floors now. What you got for me? More movement speed? I'll take that. That is also attack speed. Yeah, that feels nice. Die. As you can tell, some of these fights get a little hectic with how many projectiles are coming out. But why does that matter when you could just kill everything instantly? Look at the stupidity. I don't think I've ever seen the flame wand. Oh, I have. I don't really like this thing. No thanks. Also, there are mimics. If you're paying attention, you know exactly when a mimic shows up. They actually do change the appearance on the front there. So you're never really caught off guard. Bows and crossbows, not using one. Oh, this was a fun weapon. Fierce Poisonous Concoction. So there are weapons with capacity. And essentially, it's like you throw it, you have to wait for a reload. They're usually fairly powerful because of it. I was going to say also, if you have refire. So the way refire actually works is this throws 3 projectiles at base. Each projectile could refire. So you could get a lot more. You could get up to max of 6 with this. But no, we're not going to use that. We have no point to it. It's mostly int scaling, and we have none, so no. Neat. I still really don't want to visit the blacksmith, so let's see what's in the warrior's chest. Is that attack speed? Oh, I could lose stamina for attack speed. I'm gonna do it. Attack speed is king. Here we go. Yes! Oh, curse shrine. Okay, so curse shrines are a little unique. So curse shrines will always take one of your hearts away, like it locks it away. Like, you see that? So I don't have that anymore. I am cursed. However, the curse shrine is a permanent buff. Even when you remove the curse, you keep the curse buff. So I just got my stamina point back, so I don't even need this. Get out of here. What do you got? Keys, I'll take those. What is that, Bariza? Bariza's nice, but I'm not going to touch it. Thorn Orbital's kind of useless. Alright, don't want any of this. Why not? Let's have a frosty effect. Dead dog. And he's dead. Didn't even stand a chance. Is that the triple machine gun? It is. If only. If only I had the build for this. So, the other really wonderful thing about this game is it is jam-packed full of references to a whole bunch of other games. I kid you not, there are Nuclear Throne references, there's Dark Souls references, there's all sorts of really silly things. And it makes me happy whenever I see some really silly nonsense he puts in here. Just lost a good pin. Oh no! Dot tick rate, we don't have any. We'll take the intelligence buff. Well, you may as well have a funeral for that pen, because you're never going to see it ever again. He belongs to the gap now. Stamina increase. Maybe. Is the Magic Deck a reference? It's probably just... I don't know, it's pretty vague on it. It's just called Quick Deck, or it's just called Deck of Cards, so you could probably reference just about 20 different things with it. I do like armor. I will hold on to these. I'm going to wait for our current shrine buff to... Oh, there's another shrine buff. Ah, but stats. But shrine buffs. Stats. I'm about to level up anyways. Let's do it. No, but I'll put it this way. Like, I've recognized the laser pistol and laser rifle from this game to literally be from Nuclear Throne, and the triple machine gun we just had is it's the one from also Nuclear Throne. More attack speed? I think I actually finally have enough attack speed. Oh, Transcendence. Plus 20 base damage per infused damage type. Oh, I don't have any, though. That's a shame. That would have been really good. Evade the first hit for every room? I don't have enough int buffing to worry about the scaling. I'm going to take the evade every first hit. Let's take that. That's very nice to have. However, I am max level. That does not mean I should stop taking stat ups. More stat ups mean, well, more stats. It's more damage. Dex means more attack speed. If I could just manage to get some intelligence, that would be a nice crit buff. I'll take the bombs, honestly. Shrine buff about to wear off. We got 3 rooms. Okay. I actually want that heart container. I'll take that. Yeah, don't dupe yourself, please. Only one mind flare at a time, please. Goodbye. Yeah, sorry, no, I can outmaneuver all this. You are not a threat. Oh, you're already back. That's weird. Usually takes a little bit longer. But as you can see, some of the later bosses do start to get a bit spongy, is the best way to put it. Fortress of Death, here we are. Don't want either one of these? Not really. Hey, intelligence. This floor is especially nasty. Like, if you're not doing well in your run, you're gonna start feeling it here. At the end. It became a bullet hell at the end here. Alright, swap these over. I don't want these anymore. So this is a basement. You can unlock this with a key. However, usually it has a chest in it, so you need like 2 keys for it to be worth it. I'm not going to risk that. I'm just going to take this intelligence buff. Yeah, so we technically lost 30% of our attack speed because we lost 30% movement, but it's fine. More floor or room here. I would like to have that armor just in case for the finale. Okay. Blood chest is tempting, but more dex. I want him out first. Go away. Yeah. Well, that ate my evasion. That's fine. It's 1 per room. Distinctly Toho. You know what? Hit the tavern for last effort here. I could get my heart back. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Cool. No, in reality, I didn't really have to do that. I could have just taken 3 tipsy, because there's no way I was going to get to 4 tipsy anyways, but whatever. So, I guess in reality that was slightly suboptimal, but who cares? Because I've got 50% damage from stars now. Drop that. Just give me extra souls, why not? Welcome to death. He wants you to die. Go figure. But I refused. Nah, well, that was my dumb. It's not the fastest I've killed him, I'll put it that way. I have done significantly better. No. Trust me when I say you can get some really stupid builds in this game. If the game decides to behave. That's okay. I don't like him. Yeah, it's alright. He's dead. Neat. Even a fortune's death needs taverns? Of course it does. What are you gonna do with all these adventurers walking in here? May as well make a business. Reaper of Souls from Diablo 3. You know, I didn't even think about it, but it may as well be. Take a sip. Die.